Hey, welcome. If you're looking for ways to improve your forms, you have just found the right video. I was just exploring how to use conditional logic in forms. It helps you personalize the experience and make your forms more user-friendly.
Nice.
All right, let's start. I created this form in just a few seconds using a prompt in SureForms. Here, just rearranging some fields. You can also add new fields if you want to include more options in the form. For example, I want to ask users if they'd like to join a focus group for testing my products, so I'll add the necessary fields for that. Finally, let's just publish the form and see how it looks. Well, the form looks fine, but it has a lot of irrelevant questions depending on the user, and that could lead to a poor user experience. For example, if someone selects excellent in the first question, only questions 2 and 3 are relevant for them. Similarly, if they choose good, then questions 4 and 5 apply. And for users who select could be better, only questions 6 and 7 are relevant to them. Also, in the focus group question, if a user selects no, the next questions are not of any concern for them. So, can we show only the relevant fields in a form based on the user's answers? Yeah, we can do that using the conditional logic. We can set up logic in SureForms to show or hide specific fields based on a particular answer. Let's see how to do it. Just a quick note. Conditional logic is a premium feature in SureForms. Alright, here we want this field to appear only when a user opens the form and selects excellent in the first question. If someone chooses good or could be better, we'll hide this question and show different ones instead. Let's set up the conditions to make that happen. To do that, we first need to select the field where we want to apply the condition. Then go to Advanced from the right sidebar, and under the Conditional Logic, enable the option. Here you will find the option to show or hide the field. First, let's set the condition from Configure Conditions option here. In this tab, you'll find all the options you need to set up conditions. First, select the question that will determine whether this field should appear. Now, select the expected value. Here goes one condition. You can add multiple conditions here using and, or logic. If you click Add, it applies the and operation, meaning all the conditions you set must be true for the selected field to show or hide. If you click or group, it applies the or operation, so the field will show or hide if any one of the conditions is true. Here I want to hide the field if anyone selects good or could be better in the first question. After setting up the conditions, click on Set Rules. Then from the right sidebar, confirm whether to show or hide the field based on the conditions. Now, we will set the same rules for the third question too, but this time a bit differently. You need to go through the same procedure we did for the last field. But we will use different operator here this time. You can check out what each operator means from the documentation. I'll link it in the description. Now here let's use this operator is one of. With this, you can choose multiple values for the condition, and if one of the value is true, the condition is applied. As you can see here, we applied the same rule we used for the last field, but using just a single condition instead of 2. So, just check out the operators to understand what you can do. Now I just saved the form to check out if the conditions are working. Here, the 2 fields I set conditions for are currently visible. But when I select good or could be better in the first question, those 2 fields are hidden, so the conditions are working perfectly. Alright, time to set conditions for the other questions. I want questions 4 and 5 to show only when someone selects good in the first question. So let's set that up. After selecting the field, go to Advanced and enable Conditional Logic. Now, to set the condition, select the required question, choose the expected value, and click on Set Rules. Also, make sure to choose the relevant show or hide option from the sidebar based on what you want the field to do. Now, just selecting question 5 and setting up the same condition. Next, I want to show questions 6 and 7 only if someone selects could be better in the first question. The process is the same as what we just did for questions 4 and 5. Just setting up conditions based on the selected value. Now, from here the next questions are relevant only if you select yes here to join the focus group. So, let's set a condition on this email address field to show only if someone selects yes in the previous question. Great. Let's do the same for this field too, as this one is also relevant only if someone says yes to join the focus group. Well, let me first link the rules here. Done. Now let's add the conditions. Awesome. Now, I am thinking that I should add a signature field to take signature from people who said yes to join the focus group and agree with the rule. In SureForms, there's a built-in signature block that I can use to take signatures. So easy. Here, just renaming the block. Now, I don't need a signature from everyone who fills out the form. The signature block should only appear for users who provided their email address to join the focus group and agreed to the rules. Let's set conditions for that. So here, on the question of joining the focus group, the answer should be yes. Next, the user should provide an email address that we'll use to add them to the group. So the email field cannot be left empty. Finally, he or she must agree to follow the rules for joining the group. So the field with rules should be checked. Please note that I've added multiple conditions using the and button on the right. That means the and logic is being applied to combine the rules here. So now, the signature field will only appear if all three conditions are true. If even one condition is false, the field won't show. Finally, let's save all these changes and see how the form looks now. Oh great, the form looks much cleaner now. Let's check the conditions. Awesome. The questions changes based on different selections. Nice. So, the conditions are working perfectly. So good to see, right? Your form with conditional logic is now ready to share. Now, if you want to deploy the form instantly, just go to the top right of the editor and click on Instant Form. From there, you can enable the Instant Form option and share the form instantly. No need to embed it on a page. You'll also find plenty of styling options there. For example, you can add a background banner to the form. There are lots of other styling options. Check those out and make your creativity shine. Let's save the form and check it out. Well, not the best, but it's a step up. You can always tweak the design to match your style. Anyway, if you want to embed the form on a specific page, just head to the SureForms dashboard, copy the shortcode from the Forms tab, and paste it wherever you want it to show. That's it. Not that hard, right? Oh, and if your form still seems a bit too long after setting up all the conditions, these two videos might help you improve it even more. Do subscribe for more such contents.